Alright, this is a full moon reading for Aquarius. This is the May Flower full moon in Sagittarius. It's going to happen May 26th, so next week. So, enjoy it. It's probably going to be either a pink or it's going to be a orange-yellow color, so depending on where you are. Also, it might be the super moon, the milk super moon, so it's going to be a lot of either benefit or thing. I didn't read too much on it. I think it's more of an intensity thing. It's more like food for thought type of moon, so we'll see what happens with your reading. I keep getting channeled messages when I'm doing this reading also, so we're going to get a couple of those. Usually with Sagittarius, it's more of like either a flowing moon, like it goes with the flow, or it's very not on like a schedule or a routine. It just kind of happens, or it's kind of random, which is interesting. So let's see. The questions that we're going to answer in this reading is what deserves more of your compassion? What part of yourself needs to expand? Where should you direct your energy? And what is the true purpose of this moon cycle? So, it's a great mix of questions. It's going to be a very temporary energy, so it's only going to last for about 4 weeks. Usually with other horoscopes or zodiac signs, their full moons usually last until the next full moon that's around the same type of theirs, or around the same time as theirs, so about a year, or sometimes 2, depending on what's going on with the moon, like quartograph. If there's Mars around, it's gonna be 2 years. If it's not, then it should be fine. I don't think Mars is around right now or near the moon right now, so it should be fine. Anyway, what deserves more of your compassion? We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. The 5 of Cups in reverse is the end of relationships, failure of business, death of a loved one, depressive mood, terminal illnesses, finding peace, acceptance, and moving on. So there could be that maybe somebody passed and you're just moving on now, or you're getting through it the best way you can. There could also be that you're getting ready to start a new job or career, so you're kind of putting certain issues or certain feelings or certain problems on the back burner for right now, so then you can deal with them at a later date, or talk to them with a therapist if you're seeing a therapist, and not really bringing that to the forefront of your personality, because you kind of want to move on from that point and remember that person as a great person and not really getting too brought into it. Okay, so it's a lot to unpack and a lot of things to carry, but I feel like this isn't really baggage to you. It's more of like a personal thing that you're going to be talking about your person that passed on for a while. Okay, I don't feel like it's going to be like, oh, they're gone, so I'm just going to forget. Like, I feel like it might be long and drawn out. Like the conversations that you may have about them, or you might revisit certain places and stuff like that. Like, your memories are still very fresh and very clear, so it might be somebody very close to you. So trying to get over them might take longer than other things. Okay, so let's see, what part of yourself needs to expand? We have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is cutting edge, creates tomorrow's, business-minded, takes charge, certain of their convictions, a leader, big picture, overcoming challenges. So, like, you could be going into something that's brand new, like I said, a job or career, and really giving it your all. I feel like you might be good at this type of thing, or it might be a job you always wanted to do, so you want to impress your bosses when you finally do get the job. So it's a big, big scenario and a big opportunity for you. So you might be really focused on your job when you're at work, and then when you're at home, you kind of drift into different subjects or different points in your life. Okay, so it's doing two different things right now. So peace and time. That's kind of what the balance is right now. So let's see. Number 3. Where should you direct your energy? We have the 6 of Swords in reverse. The 6 of Swords in reverse is progress you don't welcome, emotional baggage, change you didn't ask for, unresolved issues, and results you do not appreciate, resisting transition. So like I said, it's going to take a long time before you actually move on from your loved one passing, okay? So you're still going to be holding on to a lot of baggage, a lot of stuff you didn't say to them, and some stuff that is still an unresolved issue for maybe you and your loved one. You never really buried the hatchet, as it were, so that might be weighing heavily on your mind, okay? So, you know, it's something like that, okay? So, what is the true purpose of this cycle? We have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles works hard, efficient, takes their time, has the patience of a saint, is persistent, works hard, and is responsible, can be relied upon. So you're one of those people that can be relied on, or you want to be. I feel like there's some young people that might be getting into their energy. So, you know, it's kind of getting out of that childhood energy into a more substantial energy that kind of deals with problems and tries to resolve them the best way they can. But a lot of times it is very hard to do. And that's the thing about becoming an adult. It's really hard to let go of somebody. It's really hard to admit defeat. It's really hard to, like, be humbled by an experience when all your life you've been kind of, you know, running from it or not dealing with certain things, kind of putting everything on the back burner until later on. But, yeah, I feel like you might be taking a lot of this, like, as it comes, you know. It's not like you can really escape from it anymore. It's a reality that you might have to deal with, okay? So, hopefully this helps you out in some way. Hopefully everything, you know, goes alright. And hopefully you can balance things. I feel like balance is going to be a bit of a hard topic for you. And, you know, you're dealing with the reality of death and dying and stuff. So it's going to be a bit of a problem. It could also be a transition from child to adult, and it might be a very abrupt change. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, you know, I can do this next week. No, it's going to happen instantly. It's not anything that's being taken lightly. You know, it's very full throttle, you know, and it might be a bit of a shock to you as well, okay? So, anyway, Aquarius, hopefully this, you know, gives you perspective and helps you out, and enjoy the full moon while it lasts. I feel like this energy is only going to be around for about 4 weeks, but it's really going to make you think about things. I feel like journaling could help, or seeing a therapist, but whatever you do, hopefully it helps you out in the best way possible. This is stuff that's not going to be taken lightly by you. Also, it's not going to be taken lightly by anybody else that you tell it to. You know, if like your mom or dad passed, a lot of people are going to be like, I'm sorry for your loss, do you want to talk about it? Some people don't talk about it. I myself find death as just a transition. I don't find it like this person's actually gone. I feel their energy. I feel their hopes and dreams. I feel their wishes for me, and, you kind of have to think about it like that so that you can cope, but at the same time, I do feel like you do want that feeling of that person being alive and being with you. Okay, so it's a big, you know, perceptive difference. So hopefully it goes by well, but I feel like it's gonna be a long, long time before you're okay with that. Okay, and that's totally fine. But a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, you need to move on," whatever. It's not one of those things. Okay, so hopefully, this helped a little. Um, but I feel like it's gonna be a long, long time. Okay, and you're gonna be working really hard to not make it bother you. But I feel like once you get home, it's gonna bother you for probably a couple months or a couple years after the fact. But it's you have to enjoy the fact that you can tell other people about your family, okay, and you can tell them about your parents and your childhood and stuff like that, because it really puts your life in perspective. Okay, so people get to know you better. Okay, it's kind of taking down a wall or a mystery, and really connecting with other people. Okay, and some Aquariuses don't like showing that part of themselves, the vulnerable side, but I feel like, you're going to get some really good friends and people who back you when stuff like this happens, so that you actually build your own superficial, stable family. You make a family of friends instead of family of relatives. But I feel like you're going to get through it, but you have to, when you feel a need to, tell people about your situation and tell people about, like, what you keep thinking about, okay? Because it helps you cope and it helps you, like, move into different aspects of your life, which are going to be important milestones to you, okay? Anyway, I will see you in the next reading. And, yeah, enjoy the full moon while it lasts. I feel like it's a pretty powerful moon. It's gonna be food for thought because it is a super moon and it's the milk moon. Usually a lot of food for thought and a lot of kind of quote nutrition thought. So anyway, I will see you in the next reading. All right, later.